Who's the most dangerous person you've represented?
There's no name I'm going to say.
Ahmed Dib is a 30-year-old lawyer who represents people most would turn away, from gangsters to accused terrorists. And this guy.
Breaking news now, and Salim Mahaja is back behind bars tonight.
It's obviously upsetting.
He's also a devout Muslim and a middleweight champion boxer who loves a fight.
12 fights, 12 wins, 7 inside the distance. He is Ahmed Dib.
The adrenaline's huge. You don't remember anything when you finish the fight. You don't remember anything from the crowd. You don't remember who was yelling instructions at you, because it feels like a dream.
How's boxing and the law related?
It's a disciplined career. Boxing is exactly the same. Firstly, you've got to be in it to win it and never to give up. When you're old enough to hear the story of your father, being raised in a war-torn country and having to come to this country to build a life for himself with, 9 siblings, you then realise that he could have easily have given up. He could have easily have thrown in the towel and gone down at the wrong path, and he chose not to.
What's the typical reaction you get from everyday people when you tell them you're a lawyer, particularly a defence lawyer?
You often get the, how are you defending people? And it's really a simple answer. You're innocent until you're proven guilty.
A lot of people would have already made up their minds about some of the people you represent. What would you say to them?
It's an ignorant way of thinking. It's completely unfair and is not what our system and our legal system is based on. It's un-Australian. That's not how I was raised, and therefore anybody who acts in that way is un-Australian and is ignorant. Simple as that.
People like Salim Mahaja, what do you see in him? Is he misunderstood?
These are people who come often from good families and unfortunately portrayed in a completely different light to what they really are behind closed doors. And the person, the client that you've just mentioned is a clear example of that. He's a gentleman when you meet with him, and he's somebody who, his family, a welcoming family.
Sure, but he's also been found guilty of assault, of fraud, and has a whole bunch of matters pending.
You're individualising that one matter. You could be guilty of an offence which is reckless, is unintentional. Does that necessarily make you a bad person? Now, if I've accidentally assaulted you and it's a reckless assault, I'm still going to be found guilty of that offence. Does that make me a bad person that I've accidentally done something?
What about hitting someone with an EFTPOS machine?
I wasn't privy to that matter.
He called me now. He's calling me now. I'm gonna speak to the police officer. I'll call you straight back. All right, done. I'll call you soon. Bye.
Who's the most dangerous person you've represented?
There's no name I'm going to say. We've had some high-profile matters. We've dealt with matters all the way from murders all the way down to possession of prohibited drugs.
Tell me about your faith. What does that mean to you?
It means the world, because I don't think, just because at the moment the stereotypical persona given to a Muslim is, a bearded terrorist. That's not who we are.
How has your religion shaped your career as a lawyer in particular?
Well, it's not only shaped my career. My religion is a way of life. It shaped me as a person. So my religion teaches you not to lie, not to be dishonest, not to steal, not to betray. And those are not principles that only work within my career, but also work in my life.
Do you see yourself not just defending clients, but also defending your faith and your community?
Sometimes I do, but it's when you realise that that's not how it should be, then it doesn't faze you. You go about it to show and be an example so that people realise that we're a lot more than what the media at the moment is showing us to be.
The public obviously abhor terrorists, gangsters. A lot of people would ask, how do you sleep at night? Because you represent all these people.
So it's quite easy for me to represent people because we're able to detach ourselves from what the media says, what the public says, and we look at each individual case for its own merits.
But do you always represent them, knowing in your heart that they're innocent, or do you take the approach of knowing that they are guilty, but they want to make amends?
Well, there are some clients that I've represented that have gone to me and they've said to me, listen, I've done the crime and I want to fix it. And we then go down this path of rehabilitation. And people make mistakes in life. That doesn't mean that you've made one mistake, you should then lock them up, throw the key away. People are entitled to have a second chance in life.
Are you an idealist?
Not necessarily. I just see myself as a realist. I've never ever looked at myself in the mirror and said that I am marginalised. I've never looked at myself in the mirror and said I've been discriminated against. I've been afforded all the luxuries that this country and this world and life has been able to provide to me. And I'm truly blessed. And as a result of that, I want to make sure that I can flourish and then give back. And that's the plan.